So that time from Lily Nordman of 2:22.9 in heat number 4 stood up for 6 heats and should still be the second fastest time as we are moving through the first of 6 remaining heats in the women's 200-meter individual medley. Adrienne Santa in lane 5 for Southern Methodist with an entry time of 2:22.29. And now Santa with a 2:22.40 just off her entry time, puts in the second fastest time of the morning, heat 12.
Take your mark.
So we've got heat number 12 of 16, lane 1 at Dinah Swim Club, Ramey Jones. 2, Marlins of Raleigh, Ashley McCauley. 3, Northern Kentucky Clippers, Mandy Smith. 4, Lakeside, Lauren Pitzer. 5, NC State, Jessica Horomansky. 6, North Texas, Audrey McMurray. 7 from Northern Kentucky Clippers is Sam Glass. And an 8 from Fort Worth area, Rayanne Jarazak. Racing to the finish here in heat 12, Jessica Horomansky of NC State at 2:22.09. That is now our top time, and heat 13 is up.
Take your mark.
Jasmine Helmer, Nation's Capital, and lane 5. The other swimmers here in heat number 13. Lane 1, NASA Wildcat, Annika Wagner. At lane 2 from NC State is Caleb Brumbaum. 3 Nova Virginia, Lauren Meeker. 4 Lakeside, Lauren Savoy. 5 Nations Capital, Jasmine Helmer. 6 Magnolia, Emily Reese. 7 Asphalt Green, Isabel Gormley. 8 for NC State is Lindsay Morrow. Caleb Brumbaum of NC State here in the lane 2. NC State having a great 200 IM thus far. 2:20.33 from Brumbaum. Heat 14.
Take your mark.
So Caleb Brumbaum with a time to beat as we have our first circle seated heat in the water. Number 14 of 16, lane 1, unattached, McKenna Debever. 2 Nashville, Ella Nelson. 3 Nations Capital, Anna Belusova. 4 Neptune, Mary Sophie Harvey. 5 Great Britain, Candace Hall. 6 Newmarket Stingrays, Danielle Hannes. 7 Scottsdale, Taylor Ruck. 8 UBC Thunderbirds, Hillary Metcalf. Mary Sophie Harvey, Neptune Swimming of Canada in lane 4. Standout meet thus far for the 17-year-old. Sophie Harvey, winner of the 400 IM, and here she throws down at 2:14.22, unofficially your top seed with 2 heats to go. Heat 15. Heat 15, lane 1, Northern Kentucky Clippers, Sophie Skidder. 2, Marlins of Raleigh, Julia Poole. 3, Great Britain, Katie Metz. 4, UBC Thunderbirds, Erica Selton Wright Hudson. 5, Nashville, Alex Walsh. 6, NC State, Alexia Zebnik. 7, Mason Manorays, Hannah Foster. In one. Runner-up in the 400 individual medley here. And lane 4, Erica Seltenreich Hodgson. Leading Alex Walsh in lane 5, Katie Matz in lane 3, 6 is Alexia Zevnik. Lane 2, Julia Poole, 7, Hannah Foster, and 1, Sophie Skinner. And Seltenreich Hodgson at 2:15.19. That should be the second fastest time of the morning. Just one heat to go here in the women's 200 meter individual medley. Heat 16.
Take your mark.
Sixteenth and final heat for prelims in event number 23. Lane 1, Swimmack, Julia Menkhaus. 2, Southern Methodist, Matea Samardzic. 3, unattached is Kayla Sanchez. 4, St. Petersburg and University of Georgia, Melanie Margalis. 5, Great Britain, Emma Day. 7, Longhorn Aquatics, Reagan Barney. 8, the Woodland Swim Team, Zoe Karonska. Emma Day, lane 5 from Great Britain, 103.37. Look for Margalis to try to make a move here on the breaststroke leg. Margalis, winner of the 200 meter breaststroke and top seed tonight in the 100 meter breaststroke event. And Margalis over the back 100 meters takes over and wins the race at 2:14.74 as we wrap up the prelims in the women's 200 meter individual medley. Great racing there across 16 heats of competition. We'll take a moment to review the results on the Texas Longhorns scoreboard. Just a moment here as we make sure all results are official. All right, results of the women's 200-meter individual medley. Coming up on the scoreboard, leading off with your championship finalist. There it is, Mary Sophie Harvey, your top seed at 2:14.22. Candace Hall gets in 8th for Great Britain, 2:17.92 for the top heat. B final, Alexia Zevnik, NC State, 2:18.32. Hillary Metcalf gets in 16th at 2:20.12. C finalists coming up with Brumbaum in 17th at 2:20.33. 24th is Reagan Barney of Longhorn, 2:22.31. Moving into the D final now, 25th is Whalen at 2:22.34. Flickinger 32nd at 2:23.43. Alternates are up next. Guaranska, first alternate, 2:23.71. Glover, second alternate, 2:23.73. Finalists in the women's 200-meter individual medley. The time is now 11:33. You've got 30 minutes in which to declare your intentions as we prepare for event number 24, the men's 200-meter individual medley. 11 heats in this event. Heat 1.
Take your mark.
Heat 1 of 11, lane 1, Mid-Cities Arlington, Luke Wilkerson. 2, Neptune, Holman Pettibone. 3, Machine, Aaron Stanton. 4, Nation's Capital, David Piercy. 5, Nitro, Ethan Gogolski. 6, Waterloo, Matt Lane. 7, Nitro, Luke Gwynn. 8, Machine, Michael George. Ethan Gogolski of Nitro, lane 5, 1:02.19 for the first 100 meters. Here comes Ethan Gogolski to the finish, the 16-year-old for Nitro. 2:17.13, the winning time to set the pace in the men's IM. Heat 2.
Take your mark.
Heat 2, lane 1, Magnolia Aquatic Club, Nathaniel Hickman Chow. 2, Machine, Kyle Wu. 4, Sachem, Nick Daly. 5, Gina Swim Club, Jamie Demers. 6, NC State, Joe Bonk. 7, Pitchfork, Aaron Bouchamp. 8, Swim Mac, Jack Walker. 101.59 from Joe Bonk in lane 6. Joe Bonk of NC State working the IM here at a 213.84. Bonk becomes your top qualifier. Heat 3.
Take your mark.
Lane assignments for Heat 3 of 11. 1, unattached, Nation's Capital, Philip Manoff. 3, the Woodlands, Victor Halmy. 4, Northern Kentucky Clippers, Seth Young. 5, North Texas Matadors, William Corral. And 6, Front Range Barracudas, Harrison Lears. 7, Machine Aquatics, Carter Flint. Philip Manoff, Nation's Capital, 10015. Harrison Lears, Front Range Barracudas. Been having an outstanding meet so far. He's in lane 6, trailing lane 1. Philip Manoff unattached on Nation's Capital. Manoff comes in at 215.44, drops all the way down to 210.97. Manoff becomes your top qualifier with 3 heats completed. Heat 4.
Take your mark.
Heat 4 of 11, lane 1, Oklahoma Baptist University, Christian Stukovic. 2, Lakeside, Alexander Zettel. 3, Racer X, Isaiah Gregory. 4, Rose Bowl, Ryan Wang. 5, Texas Ford, Sean Messer. 6, Mission Viejo, Michael Briniger. 7, Nation's Capital Swim Club, Hugh Roby. 8, unattached is Cole Giandinoto. Lane 4, Ryan Wang of Rose Bowl. 2:10.97 the time to beat from the previous heat. Alexander Zettel of Lakeside charging through the freestyle leg in lane 2. Zettel reaches in at 2:12.99 to win heat 4. Heat 5.
Take your mark.
This is heat 5 of 11. Lane 1, Nitro, Jacob Rosenketter. 3, Nitro, Liam Tan. 4, NC State, Daniel Graber. 6, unattached, Nation's Capital, Luke Durocher. 7, Nova, Virginia, Jacob Johnson. And Daniel Graber with a 2:16.07 wins heat 5. Heat 6.
Take your mark.
Let's go, G.
Heat 6, lane 1, NC State, Ryan Held. 2, Lakeside, Stephen Chang. 3, Edina, Peter Larson. 4, Nitro, Isaac Gwynn. 5, University of Virginia, Noah Wasiliu. 6, NC State, Derek Red. 7, Nova, Virginia, Patrick Townsend. 8, Nitro, Michael Shea. We've got 11 heats in this men's 200-meter individual medley. Following heat 11, we'll take a short break, about 10 minutes prior to the start of the first heat of the afternoon distance session, which will be heat 2 overall, the women's 800-meter freestyle. And during that break, the competition pool will be open. Here comes Ryan Held to the touch at 209.74. First swimmer under 210 in the men's IM, Heat 7.
Take your mark.
Heat number 7 of 11. Lane 1 Nitro, Ryan Geheb. 2 Nitro, Corbin Rawls. 3 Neptune, Jack Murphy. 4 Nitro, Chris Yeager. 5 Oklahoma Baptist, Alex Munt. And 6 for Regina Optimist, Neil Kadach. 7 Longhorn, Grant Reed. 8 Swimmack, Scott Lyons. Grant Reed of Longhorn in lane 7, 100.62. Lane 7, Grant Reed of Longhorn, entered at 211.18. Going to destroy that time here with a 209.69 as Reed becomes our top qualifier with 4 heats remaining. Heat 8.
Take your mark.
Heat number 8 of 11. In 1, Swim Mac, Will Chen. 2, NC State, Patrick Schwarzenbach. 3, North Texas, Coulter Carbon. 4, Northern Kentucky Clippers, Nick Smith. 5, NC State, Soren Dahl. 6, NC State is Coleman Stewart. 7, Nova of Virginia, David Dixon. 8, Nation's Capital, Sean Conway. Coaches, before you leave the natatorium this morning, please do check results for this morning's session. There have been quite a few scratches for today's events. So once again, please do verify that you will either be swimming or will not be present this evening for the final session. Once again, coaches, please do check results before you leave the building, as there have been a lot of scratches. Here comes Soren Dahl of NC State. 204.73. As Dahl becomes our top qualifier as we prepare for the circle seated heats, heat 9.
Take your mark.
Heat 9 of 11. And 2 for Samak Swim Club is Jeremy Tremblay. 3, Fast Swim Team, Omar Pinzon. 4, Race Pace Club, Michael Andrew. 5, Nitro, Sean Grisham. 6, Japan, Yuki Kobori. 7, NC State, Hennessy Stewart. 8, Edina Swim Club, John Thomas Larson. Andrew out quickly with a 25-58 split after the butterfly. Andrew, the 17-year-old out of Kansas, currently ranked number 3 all-time in this event, trailing just Michael Phelps and Gunnar Bentz. Andrew's been a 159.44, and here he's out with a 56.40. Kobori second in lane 6, 57.71. Andrew 34.88 over the breaststroke leg to open up the huge lead. 204.73 the time to beat, and Michael Andrew not holding back here in the prelims. And Michael Andrew reaches in with an impressive 201.63. Unofficially the top time with just 2 heats to go. Second is Yuki Kobori, 205.47. Heat 10.
Take your mark.
Heat 10, lane 1, Mason Manarays, Carson Foster. Lane 2 for Mason Manarays, Jake Foster. 3, Japan, Shinri Shioura. 4, California, Josh Pernod. 5, UBC Thunderbirds, Luke Riley. 6, China Swim Club, James Dergohusov. 7, West Swim Club, Nick Zito. 8, Japan, Tetsuto Shibutani. Josh Pernod, 57.80 at the halfway point. Look for him to make a move now on the breaststroke leg. American record holder in the 200-meter breaststroke in lane 4. Pernod 34.6, 132.4. Got the Foster brothers in lanes 1 and 2 battling it out for the big piece of chicken at dinner tonight. Jake Foster moving out in front. Here comes lane 6, James Dergohusov. And touching first is Josh Pernot, 205.15. Heat 11.
Take your mark.
The 11th and final heat for prelims in the men's 200-meter individual medley. Lane 1, Machine Aquatics, Casey Storch. 2, Island Swimming Club, Josh Zakala. 3, Great Britain, Martin Walton. 4, Japan, Daiya Seto. 5, Japan, Fuyu Yoshida. 6, University of Calgary, Tristan Cote. 7, Athens Bulldog Swim Club, Nicholas Fink. And 8, unattached from Pitchfork and Puerto Rico, Jared Arroyo. This is your 400 IM champion last night, Daiya Seto. 56.96 after 100 meters, leading his teammate from Japan, Fuyu Yoshida, 57.5. And here comes Daiya Seto to the wall with a 202.47. That should be good for the number 2 seed overall for tonight's championship final unofficially as we conclude the prelims and the final preliminary event of the 2017 Arena Pro Swim Series stop here in Austin. Results coming up for the men's 200 IM. There's your championship final with Michael Andrew leading the way at 201.63. Jake Foster qualifying 8th for Mason Manor is 206.19. Zakala leads the B final at 206.30. 16th Carson Foster, Mason at 207.45. C finalists coming up next, and 17th is Nick Smith at 208.12. 24th Coleman Stewart, NC State 210.17. In the D final, you've got Hennessy Stewart, 25th with a 210.23. 32nd, John Thomas Larson of Edina Swim Club, 211.68. Alternates showing up next with Alex Munt, first at 212.13. Second alternate, David Dixon, Nova, 212.36. Finalists in the men's individual medley, the time is now 12:02. You've got 30 minutes in which to declare your intentions. Competition pool is now open for warm-up. We'll have a 10-minute break prior to the start of our distance freestyle session. And also, coaches, please do check results before leaving the building this morning. We've had a lot of scratches. Please make sure that you let us know if you will not be here or if you will be swimming. Once again, 10-minute break. Competition pool is open for warm-up. Coaches, please note that heat number 2 of the women's 800-meter freestyle, that'll start at 12:14. We'll resume competition at 12:14. Swimmers, please do provide your own counters for the distance freestyle. Swimmers must provide their own counters for distance freestyle.
Athletes, clear the pool. Looking to start here in about 2 minutes. Athletes, clear the pool, please. Clear the pool, please.
Showing lane 4 empty. Good. Yeah, this one here is what's good. He's swimming in the lane 8. So Zach, you're going to start with? Hey, Bob, that change has not been made to you.
This is heat 1 of the women's 800-meter freestyle.
Take your mark.
Swimming in lane 1, Chase Travis. Lane 2, Holly Hibbett. Lane 3, Kristen Kobrich. Lane 5, Hannah Moore. Lane 6, Olivia Anderson. Lane 7, Madison Homovich. And lane 8 is Morgan Tankersley. Kobrich 102.5 at the 100. Anderson 103.9. Moore 104.1. Kobrich split a 31.9 on that last 50. Coverage at 200 meters, 2:07.9, splits a 32.8 on the last 50. Anderson, 2:11.3, Moore, 2:11.38. She's 6/100ths back. .240.9 for Kobrich at 250. Splits at 32.9. Anderson 245.0. Moore 245.3. Sorry, this is heat 2 in the water, so that's Ella Tierney in lane 1. Tennessee McMahon in lane 2, Caitlin Sims in lane 3. Lane 5, that's Shay Nicolaisen. Lane 6, that's Rachel Muller. Lane 7, Mariah Denigan. And lane 8 is Anna Johns. So it's Caitlin Sims, the 3:14.4 at 300 meters. 3:18.8 for Rachel Muller, 3:19.2 for Shay Nicolaisen. Caitlin Sims, 400 meters, 4:20.84, splits a 33.1. Rachel Muller, 4:26.4. Shay Nicolaisen, 4:27.8. Muller splitting a 33.7. 34.4 for Nicolaisen. Sims split a 33.7 on the last 50, 34.0 for Muller, 34.5 for Nicolaisen. Caitlin Sims at 500 meters, 5:28.0, splits a 33.4 on the last 50. Rachel Muller, 5:34.1, splits a 33.6. In third now is Ella Tierney, 5:36.1. Basically, the rest of the field was at 5:36 at 500 meters. Caitlin Sims at 550, splitting at 33.7, turning at 6:01.8. Muller 6:08.0. Tierney 6:09.8. Everyone else at 6:10. Here's Caitlin Sims at 600 meters. 6:35.4, splits at 33.6. Rachel Muller, 6:41.9, splits at 33.9. Ella Tierney in third, 6:43.8, splits at 33.9. Caitlin Sims leading with 100 meters to go. 7:42.8, splits a 33.6. Rachel Muller in second at 7:49.2, splitting a 33.5. Anna Jan splits a 33.6 to move in a third with 100 meters to go. 7:51.6. Caitlin Sims splitting a 33.3 with 50 meters to go, turning at 8:16.2. Muller 8:22.6, splits a 33.3. Anna Jans 8:24.9, but Mariah Denigan outsplit her 33.1 to 33.3, turning it 8:25 flat. Battle in this heat is for third as Caitlin Sims of Magnolia Aquatic Club comes in to win Heat 2 with a time of 8:48.64. Rachel Muller of NC State second at 8:54.97, and third is Anna Jans of NC State, 8:56.81. This is Heat 2 of the men's 1,500 meter freestyle.
Take your mark.
Alexander Kotelnikov leading at the 100, 59.6, splits a 30.8 in the last 50. So swimming in Heat 2 here, Coulter Carmen in lane 1, Alexander Pratt lane 2, Israel Morales lane 3, Trey Freeman lane 4, Dan Erlenmeyer lane 5, Christian Bio lane 6, Alexander Kotelnikov lane 7, and Jack McIntyre in lane 8. At the 150, it's Trey Freeman splitting a 31.3, turning at 131.0. Kotelnikov 131.1, McIntyre 133.1. Freeman with a slight lead over Kotelnikov at the 200 meters, 202.7 to 202.9. Freeman splits a 31.7, 31.8 for Kotelnikov. McIntyre 205.3, splitting a 32.2. Freeman splits a 31.6, 31.8 for Kotelnikov, 32.0 for McIntyre. Freeman turning at 234.3, 234.7 for Kotelnikov. Kotelnikov flipping, hitting the wall first at 300 meters, 306.7. 306.76 for Freeman, who's 5/100ths back. McIntyre 309.6. Three-tenths separating Kotelnikov and Freeman at 350 meters. 338.2, 338.5 for Freeman. McIntyre 341.9. Kotelnikov at 400 meters, 4:10.1, splits a 31.8. Freeman a 32.1, turning at 4:10.7. McIntyre splitting a 32.3, turning at 4:14.2. Kotelnikov splitting a 32.0, Freeman a 31.9. Kotelnikov turning at 4:42.1, 4:42.7 for Freeman, 4:46.6 for McIntyre, who split a 32.3. Kotelnikov at 500 meters, 5:14.2, splits a 32.0. Freeman out, split him again at 31.9, turning at 5:14.6. McIntyre 5:18.9, splits a 32.3. Again, Kotelnikov out split by Freeman, 32.0 to 31.9. Kotelnikov with a slight lead. McIntyre in third, splits a 31.9. And it's Freeman with the lead at 600 meters, 6:18.5 to 6:18.6, just 3/100 separating them. Freeman splitting a 31.9, Kotelnikov 32.3, McIntyre splitting a 31.9 in third, turning it 6:22.8. Freeman splitting a 31.8, Kotelnikov 32.3, 31.7 for McIntyre, who is starting to kick a little bit. .700 meters, Trey Freeman turning at 7:22.0, splits a 31.6. Kotelnikov in second, 7:23.0, splits a 32.0. McIntyre a 31.9, turning at 7:26.5. Freeman splits a 31.7, turning at 7:53.8. This is at 750 meters. Kotelnikov 7:55.3, splits a 32.3. McIntyre a 31.9, turning at 7:58.4. Freeman at 800 meters, 8:25.7 splits a 31.9. Kotelnikov 8:27.5 splits a 32.2. McIntyre splitting a 31.8, turning at 8:30.2. And here's Trey Freeman splitting a 32.0 at 850 meters, turning at 8:57.8. Kotelnikov splits a 32.2. McIntyre a 31.7, despite kicking about half as much as Trey Freeman is. Trey Freeman at 900 meters, 9:29.9, splits a 32.0. Kotelnikov splits a 32.1, turning it 9:31.8. McIntyre continues to outsplit both of them with a 31.7, turning it 9:33.7. Freeman splitting a 32.1, turning it 10:02.0. Kotelnikov splits a 32.2. McIntyre a 31.5. Kotelnikov at 10:04.0. McIntyre 10:05.3. Trey Freeman at 1,000 meters, 10:34.0, splits a 32 flat. Kotelnikov also at 32.0, turning it 10:36.1, 10:36.9 for McIntyre, splits a 31.6. At 1050 meters, Trey Freeman splits a 32.0, turning it 11.06.1. McIntyre throws down a 31.2, turning it 11.08.2 to move into second. Kotelnikov now in third at 11.08.7, splits a 32.6. Trey Freeman at 1,100 meters, turning at 11:37.8, splits a 31.7. McIntyre splits a 31.3, turning at 11:39.6. Kotelnikov 11:40.8. Kotelnikov splitting a 32.1. Freeman splits a 31.6. McIntyre also a 31.6. Freeman turning at 12.09.4. McIntyre 12.11.2. Kotelnikov at 12.13.5. Trey Freeman at 1,200 meters, splits a 31.6, turning at 12.41.1. McIntyre splits a 31.4, turning at 12.42.7. Kotelnikov in third, 12.46.0. So at 1250 meters, Trey Freeman splits a 31.8, 13-12-9 McIntyre, a 31-4. 13-14.1. Telnikov in third. .200 meters to go. Trey Freeman, 13:44.5, splits a 31.6. McIntyre, a 31.3. Turning at 13:45.5. Kotelnikov in third at 13:50.8. Splits a 32.3. Alexander Pratt, who had been about 5 seconds back in fourth, is now less than 2 seconds back. Going to try to battle for third there. Here's Freeman at 13:50, splits a 31.2. Turning at 14:15.8. McIntyre also splitting a 31.2 at 14:16.7. And 200 separates Kotelnikov and Pratt battling for third. .100 meters to go. Trey Freeman of Baylor, 14:47.0. Splits a 31.2. He outsplits Jack McIntyre, who was 31.4, turning at 14:48.1. In third is Alexander Pratt at 14:55.0. Splits a 31.7. Trey Freeman going into the final turn. Splits a 30.6, turning at 15:17.7. McIntyre, a 31.0, 15:19.2. Pratt in third at 15:25.9, splits a 30.9. McIntyre going to try to run down Freeman on this last 50 here. And Trey Freeman of Baylor Swim Club wins Heat 2 with a time of 15:46.67. Finishing second is Jack McIntyre, NC State, at 15:47.85. And third is Alexander Pratt of Cascade, 15:55.33. This is Heat 3 of the women's 800-meter freestyle.
Take your mark.
Swimming in lane 1, Lauren Savoy. Lane 2, Regan Barney. Lane 3, Audrey McMurray. Lane 4, Kendall Pena. Lane 5, Claire Nguyen. Lane 6, Haley Pike. Lane 7, Alexander King. And lane 8 is Eliana Yellen. Barney leading at the 50:31.0. Claire Nguyen in second, a 31.2, 31.3 for Haley Pike. Claire Nguyen, Haley Pike both at 105.34 at the 100. Alexander King in third. 2 100s back. Pike with a slight lead at the 150, 139.5. Nguyen, 139.6, 139.9 for King. Pike leading Nguyen by 15 hundredths at 200 meters, 213.8, 214.0 for Nguyen. .250 meters, Haley Pike, 248.0, splits a 34.1, 34.7 for Claire Nguyen, turning it 248.7 in third. Alexander King, 249.3. Haley Pike at 300 meters, 322.4, 323.3 for Claire Nguyen. Alexander King, 324.0. Haley Pike splitting a 34.4. This is at 350 meters, turning it 356.9. Claire Nguyen, 358.2. Alexander King, 358.5. Nguyen splits a 34.9, 34.5 for King. Haley Pike leading at 400 meters, 431.9, splits a 34.9, as does Claire Nguyen, turning it 433.2, 34.8 for Alexander King, turning it 433.3. Haley Pike at 450 meters, 506.7, splits a 34.8, 34.5 for King, now in second at 507.9, 508.0 for Claire Nguyen. .500 meters, Haley Pike, 541.5. Alexander King, 542.7. Pike splitting a 34.7. King a 34.8. Nguyen. Sorry, now in third, Audrey McMurray, 543.3, splits a 34.5. Pike splits a 34.5, turning it 616.1. This is at 550 meters. King in second, 317.3. 318.0 for McMurray. 618.0, sorry. 600 meters, Haley Pike, 650.53. Regan Barney moves in the second, 651.9, splits a 34.0 in the last 50. In third, Alexander King, 652.0. 650 meters, Haley Pike, 725.1, splits a 34.5. Regan Barney splits a 34.2, turning at 726.1. In third, Alexander King, 726.4. 100 meters to go. Haley Pike, 7:59.1. Regan Barney, 8 minutes, .0. Barney splits a 33.8. Pike, a 34.0. King in third, 34.1, turning at 8 minutes, .6. .50 meters to go. Haley Pike splitting a 33.9, turning at 8:33.0. Barney splits a 33.7, turning at 8:33.7. King splits a 34.5, turning at 8:35.1. Haley Pike of Razorback wins Heat 3 with a time of 9:05.20. Regan Barney, Longhorn second at 9:07.30, and third is Alexander King, 9:08.61. This is Heat 2 of the men's 1,500 meter freestyle.
Take your mark.
So swimming in Heat 3 of the men's 1,500 meter freestyle. Lane 1, that's Vincent Lapperly. Lane 2, Tom Gordon. Lane 3, Jong-Hoon Lee. Lane 4, Brian Palashuk. Lane 5, Christian Baker. Lane 6, CJ Hinckley. Lane 7, Brandon Barron. And lane 8, David Mertz. Jong-Hoon Lee leading at the 100, 101.6. CJ Hinckley, 102.3. Tom Gordon, 102.9. Lee at the 150, 134.2, splits a 32.5. Hinckley splitting a 32.7, turning at 135.1. Tom Gordon, 136.0. Jung-Hoon Lee at 200 meters, 206.7, splits a 32.5. Hinckley, 208.1, splitting a 33.0. David Mertz in third, 209.6, splits a 33.4. .300 meters, Jung-Hoon Lee, 312.6, splits a 33.0. On the last 50, Hinckley, 315.3, splitting a 33.7. And third is Christian Baker, 316.2, splits a 33.0. Lee splits a 32.9, 32.2, 33.2, sorry, for Hinckley, 33.3 for Baker. Jung-Hoon Lee at 400 meters, 418.3, splits a 32.8. CJ Hinckley in second, a 422.3. In third, Tom Gordon, 422.9. Gordon splitting a 33.2. Lee splitting a 32.8, turning at 451.2. Hinckley a 33.8, Gordon a 33.3. Jung-Hoon Lee at 500 meters, 524.3, splits a 33.0. And Tom Gordon moves into second, 529.5, splitting a 33.2. In third is Brian Palashik, 530.0, splitting a 33.2. Lee splits a 32.4, turning at 556.7. This is at 550 meters. Gordon splitting a 32.7. Palashik a 33.2. Fastest time from the first heat that was swum, Trey Freeman, 15:46.67. 600 meters, he was 6:18.5. Here's Jung-Hoon Lee at 6:29.8. And that would put him on pace to be about sixth. Lee at 650 meters. Splits a 32.3, turning at 7:02.3. In second, Tom Gordon, splitting a 32.8. Christian Baker, a 32.9. Gordon turned it 7:08.1, 7:09.5 for Baker. .700 meters, Jung-Hoon Lee, 7:35.3, splits a 32.9. Gordon, a 32.8, turning it 7:40.9. Christian Baker in third, splits a 33.4, turning it 7:42.9. .750 meters, here's Lee, 8:08.1, splits a 32.8. So Yeziel Morales, currently in sixth at 800 meters, was 8:41.02, splitting 32.9. And here's Jung-Hoon Lee at 8:40.6, so slightly ahead of that pace. Lee split a 32.5. Tom Gordon in second, 8:46.1, splits a 32.7. Palaschik in third, 8:48.8, splits a 32.8. Lee at 850 meters splits a 33.1, turning it 9:13.8. Gordon splitting a 32.6, 32.1 for Palaschik in third. Two turned it 9:21.0. Jung-Hoon Lee at 900 meters, 9:47.0, splits a 33.2. So just behind the pace set by Yeziel Morales, who was sixth in the earlier heat. 9:51.7 for Tom Gordon, 9:53.6 for Brian Palaschik. That's at 900 meters. Jung-Hoon Lee at 1,000 meters, 10:53.2, splits at 33.1. Morales was 10:52.2 earlier. 10:57.7 for Tom Gordon, split at 33.0. 32.9 for Palaschik. 1100 meters, Jung-Hoon Lee, 11:59.8, splits a 33.2. Tom Gordon splits a 33.1, turning it 12:03.4. Brian Palashik, 12:04.6, splits a 32.8. Lee splits a 32.3, 32.5 for Gordon, 32.7 for Palashik. At 11:50, Lee was 13, 32.4. (1200 meters), Jung-Hoon Lee, 13:05.3, splits a 33.2. Tom Gordon, 13:09.3, splits a 33.3. Palashik splits a 33.0, turning it 13:10.4. Jung-Hoon Lee splitting a 33.3, 32.8 for Tom Gordon, 33.0 for Palashik. Jung-Hoon Lee at 1300 meters, 14:12.1, splits a 33.5, 33.4 for Tom Gordon. Brian Palashik also 33.4. Lee was 14:12.1, 14:15.5 for Gordon, 14:16.8 for Palashik. Hundred meters to go. Jung-Hoon Lee, 15:18.6, splits a 33.2. Tom Gordon, 15:21.2, splits a 33.0. Brian Palashik, 15:23.5, splits a 33.3. Lee splitting a 31.6, turning with 50 meters to go, 15:50.2. Tom Gordon splits a 32.3, 32.4 for Brian Palashik. Here is Jung-Hoon Lee. University of Regina Cougars. Winning heat 3, 16:22.09. Finishing second, Tom Gordon. YMCA of the Triangle area. 16:25.27 third. Brian Palashik. Regina Optimus Dolphins. 16:27.22.
We're about 4 minutes fast. You want to wait? Okay. All right. We're good.
This is heat 4 of the women's 800-meter freestyle.
Take your mark.
Peyton Marvin leading at the 50, 31-1, followed by Ashley Loomis, 31-3, 31-4 for Isabel Gormley. So swimming in lane 1 here is Cameron Toney, lane 2, Ashley Loomis, lane 3, Peyton Marvin, lane 4, Allie Picarillo, lane 5, Isabel Gormley, lane 6, Vera Margula, lane 7, Sydney Whitfield, and lane 8 is Alexandra Manasso. Ashley Loomis, 105.3 at the 100, 105.39, 2 100s back. Peyton Marvin. Picarillo was in third. Ashley Loomis leading at 200 meters, 2:14.8. Peyton Marvin, 2:15.0. 2:16.3 for Isabel Gormley. Loomis at the at 250 splits a 34.9, 34.8 for Peyton Marvin, 35.0 for Isabel Gormley. .300 meters, it's going to be Peyton Marvin with a slight lead over Ashley Loomis, 3:25.1 to 3:25.18. So 7 100ths difference. Marvin split a 35.1, 35.4 for Loomis. Gormley in third. .350 meters. Marvin at 4 minutes, .2. Loomis, 4 minutes, .3. Both of them splitting a 35.1. In third, Gormley, 4:01.0. Splits a 34.8. Watch out for Cameron Toney over in lane 1. It's a four-way race at 400 meters. Isabel Gormley turning first at 4:35.6, splits a 34.6. Peyton Marvin in second, 4:36.0, 4:36.1 for Loomis. And Cameron Tony over in lane one outsplit Peyton Marvin and Ashley Loomis. At 450 meters, it's Gormley 5:10.0. Cameron Tony moves in the second at 5:10.9. Gormley splits a 34.3, 34.5 for Tony. Loomis in third, 35.2. Marvin a 35.4. Isabel Gormley at 500 meters, 5:44.6, splits a 34.6. Cameron Tony also splitting a 34.6, turning at 5:45.5. Peyton Marvin just ahead of Loomis for third, 5:46.8. Split a 35.4. .550 meters, Gormley splits a 32.2. Tony a 35.0. Gormley 6:16.0. 6:20.6 for Tony. Peyton Marvin in third, 6:22.6. Gormley at 600 meters, 6:52.9, splits a 36.0, 35.1 for Tony, 35.6 for Loomis, who moves into third, 6:58.3 for Loomis at 600 meters. Here's Isabel Gormley with 100 meters to go. 8:01.5, splits a 39.0. 34.6 for Tony. 8:05.1. 8:09 flat for Peyton Marvin in third at 35.6. Isabel Gormley, 50 meters to go, 8:35.2, splits at 33.6, 33.0 for Cameron Tony. 8:38.1. Peyton Marvin splits at 34.8, turning at 8:43.8. Isabel Gormley, asphalt green wins heat 4, 9:08.40. Second, Cameron Tony, Texas Ford Aquatics, 9:13.36 in third. Peyton Marvin of Nitro in 9:16.64. This is heat 4, the men's 1,500 meter freestyle. So swimming in lane 1, Garrett Chance. Lane 2, Matt O'Donnell. Lane 3, Riley Gilbert. Lane 4 is Christopher Dalval. 5, Morgan Wolf. Lane 6, Brendan King. And lane 7 is Alexander Zettel. Matt O'Donnell leading at the 101 minute point 9, followed by Zettel 101.3 in third. Garrett Chance at 101.5. Matt O'Donnell leading at 200 meters, 2:06.0. Garrett Chance in second at 2:07.1. Alexander Zettel in third at 2:07.2. O'Donnell splitting a 32.4 at 250 meters. Zettel 32.4. O'Donnell at 300 meters, 3:11.0. Splits a 32.5. 32.9 for Garrett Chance in second at 3:12.7 in third. Zettel at 3:12.9, splits at 33.2. Matt O'Donnell splitting a 32.5 at 350 meters, 33.3 for Chance. Zettel's 32.7. Matt O'Donnell at 400 meters, 4:16.1, splits at 32.5. Zettel splits at 32.0, turning at 4:17.7 in third. Garrett Chance at 4:19.0, splits at 33.0. O'Donnell splits a 32.5, Zettel a 32.7, 33.7 for Garrett Chance. At 500 meters, Matt O'Donnell turning at 5:20.9, 5:22.9 for Alexander Zettel. Zettel splits a 32.4, O'Donnell a 32.1. Garrett Chance in third, turning at 5:26.1, splits a 33.3. O'Donnell splits a 32.3 at 550 meters, 34.4 for Chance, 32.5 for Zettel. Matt O'Donnell at 600 meters, 6:25.6, splits a 32.3. Zettel a 32.2, turning at 6:27.8, 6:27.68. Garrett Chance splits a 34.1, turning at 6:34.8. .700 meters, Matt O'Donnell 7:30.1, splits a 32.2. Zettel splits a 32.5, turning at 7:32.8. In third now is Brendan King, 7:41.7, splits a 33.2. Matt O'Donnell at 800 meters, 8:34.9, splits a 32.3, 32.5 for Zettel, turning at 8:38.1. Brendan King in third at 8:48.5, splits a 33.5. Matt O'Donnell at 900 meters, 9:39.5, 9:43.0 for Zettel. O'Donnell splits a 32.3, Zettel a 32.4. Brendan King still in third. Turns at 9:55.0, splits a 33.3. Thousand meters, Matt O'Donnell, 10:44.3, splits a 32.3, 32.4 for Zettel, turning at 10:48.4. Brendan King in third. 11:01.7 splits a 33-3. $11:48.6 for Matt O'Donnell at 1,100 meters. 11:53.7. Alexander Zettel. Matt O'Donnell at 1,200 meters, 12:53.2. Alexander Zettel, 13 minutes, .1. O'Donnell splits a 32.5, a 33.0 for Zettel. $13:15.81 for Brendan King at 1,200 meters. $13:58.1 for Matt O'Donnell. 1,300 meters. 14:05.8 for Alexander Zettel. Splits a 32.4. Brendan King, 1,300 meters. 14:23.1 splits a 33.6. $1,400 meters. Matt O'Donnell, 15:02.5. Splits at 32.2. Zettel splits at 32.2, turning it 15:10.5. Brendan King at 1,400 meters, 15:30.27. Splits at 33.7. Matt O'Donnell wins Heat 4 with a time of 16:05:51. Alexander Zettel second in the heat at 16:14:82. Brendan King third in the heat, 16:35:17. This is Heat 5 of the women's 800-meter freestyle.
Take your mark.
Swimming in lane 3, Destiny Kling. Lane 4, Sophia Vargas. Lane 5, Alexandra Bumpus. .200 meters, Destiny Kling, 2:17.7. 300 meters, Destiny Kling, 3:28.9, splits a 35.5. .600 meters, Alexander Bumpus, 7:01.7, splits a 35.2. Alexander Bumpus, 100 meters to go. 8:11.5, splits a 35.0. Kling split a 35.1, turning it 8:13.54. Alexander Bumpus, Texas Sport Aquatics, wins Heat 5 with a time of 9:20.87. This is Heat 5 of the men's 1,500 meter freestyle.
Take your mark.
Robin Dahman leading at the 100, 102.3, splits a 32.6 on the last 50. Dominant 200 meters, 2:08.3, splits at 33.1. 400 meters, Robin Dahman, 420.4, splits a 33.2. Robin Dahman at 500 meters, 5:26.3, splits at 32.9. Terry Yang split at 33.2, turning at 5:28.5. .645.7 for Spindler there at 600 meters. Split a 34.1. Robin Dahman at 700 meters, 7:38.3. Yang 7:39.1. Dahman splits a 33.4, 33.0 for Yang. Dominant 800 meters, 8:44.4, splits a 33.2. Yang also splitting a 33.2, turning at 8:45.2. 900 meters, Robin Dahman, 950.9. Terry Yang, 952.3. Dahman splits a 33.3, 33.6 for Yang. Spindler at 900 meters, 10:11.1. Thousand meters, Dahman 10:57.8, Yang 10:59.6. Dahman splits a 33.6, 33.7 for Yang. Eleven hundred meters, Dahman 12:04.5, 12:06.9 for Terry Yang. Dahman splits out 33.3, 33.9 for Yang. Spindler 12:27.5 at 1100 meters. Twelve hundred meters, Robin Dahman 13:11.8, Terry Yang 13:15.5. Dahman splitting at 33.6, 34.1 for Yang. Thirteen hundred meters, Robin Dahman 14:19.0, 14:23.1 for Terry Yang. Dahman splits at 33.7, Yang at 34.1. 100 meters to go. Dahmen 15:26.2. Yang 15:29.9. Dahmen splits at 33.6, 33.8 for Yang. Spindler with 100 meters to go, 15:53.0, splits 34.2 on the last 50. Robin Dahmen wins heat 5 with a time of 16:31.62.